In the world of professional golf, EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present opening round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. This is the fourth and final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals. Pressure-packed environment. 50 PGA Tour cards are up for grabs. Frank, this is a great day for golf, and the conditions here at Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, look to be really good.
Rich, scoring conditions are absolutely optimal today. Expect to see a lot of low numbers.
That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, how do you size up the approach shot now at the sixth?
Ideally, you'd want to have a good yardage in here. Something where you can hit a nice high lofted short iron to make sure that you don't mess with those palm trees.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. He'd settle for par here. Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
Been some outstanding shot making to this point. Let's see what's happening now as we resume the action at the seventh. Has not been a stellar performance to this point, but Frank, not too bad.
When you consider four-round events, Rich, you're going to have a period where there's a little lull. As long as you can minimize the damage over the course of 4 days, it turns out all right.
This sets up well for a chance at the green here at the seventh hole. Strategically, Frank, how do you like to play this hole?
You've got to be aware of where you don't want to go. That front right bunker is probably the easiest bunker shot on this hole, but there's a little pop bunker on the left. That one there, always difficult to get it up and down.
That will be a great look at birdie. This from 7 feet. Knows it is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. Young star makes his birdie. TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Here at the eighth, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further in your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. So you have to allow for that. And keep that club moving. That grass is going to create a certain amount of resistance.
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Yeah, that really hurts, Frank, missing the bogey putt.
Yeah, now time to get the handkerchief. Double bogey coming up.
So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, I think this is one of the most fascinating holes on the golf course. The 583-yard par 5 ninth hole.
With technology now, a lot more players can reach this par 5 and 2. Gone are the days where it was a true three-shotter, but he goes after it like he is here. Fine.
Frank, what we've learned over the years is that the Web.com Tour is such a good place to hone your skills for the next step for the PGA Tour because it replicates the PGA Tour environment. 72 holes, a lot of pressure, you're playing for money, and you need to shoot 65s and 66s to win.
It's harder in golf to make that direct comparison, I think, to add to your point. If you used other sports, for example, like baseball, AAA, as opposed to regular season baseball, the guy has a specialist position. He's a pitcher or catcher. You can directly correlate his ability with another one in the major leagues. The same with NFL, college, size, speed on the combine, as opposed to professional NFL at the highest level. In golf, it's so multifaceted. So therefore, if you have a good combination of game, it might not stand out initially, but it might be better in the long haul.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank Hill will be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
And he's made it onto the green now. Stays at 1 under with that par. Hole number 11, 558-yard, par 5. Frank, players in attack mode here.
Yeah, just try and blitz it down there. There are other bunkers on the left to consider, but really, with that much fairway, this is a green light opportunity.
Wow, what impact. Absolutely crushed it. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Frank, the players out here today really have the opportunity of a lifetime chance to earn a PGA Tour card at the end of this tournament.
And that life-changing opportunity is certainly going to be on the line. All of these great golfers have put in the time to get where they are right now, and they're just one step away. That's right, one step away, maybe this week, of earning a tour card.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. And with that birdie, moves into second place. Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Navalo. So long for now. EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present second round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Frank, now the second shot here at hole number 6.
Yeah, not overly long, but be very aware of these palm trees that are short. Many a shot's caught those trees coming into this green.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Seventh hole here at Sawgrass, Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole. But that fairway goes to the left and it comes back to the right. But they're all optical illusions.
Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it. Good contact, good result. Frankie, he put the thumb down on that one.
It's still going. Look, you've got to get that thumb going as quick as you can. That is high warp speed.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Oh, yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction.
Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
You come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s at TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
That's a nice approach shot. It's about 15 feet away. A good chance for a birdie. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. That's a good birdie right there. And to 4 under par for the championship. Frank, what do you make of the final hole here on the front side, the 583-yard par 5 ninth?
Just depends on how much you want to risk here. If you hit a good drive down the right side, it's certainly gettable for 2. But you can make an absolute mess here at 9.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Now the second shot to the par 5. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round. Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present third round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. Always so nice, Frank, when that gleaming white golf ball is sitting up on those emerald fairways, the way this one is.
The game almost appears easy when one is playing their second shot from the middle of the fairway, and you quickly forget how difficult it can be. You look left or right, game becomes much harder.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Birdie putt coming up. The par on this hole yesterday. Goes to 6 under par for the tournament. What a display of golf. Frank, what do you make of the par 5 second?
Doglegs to the left, so there's a decision to be made here all the time, but a good hooking tee shot, that takes the trees on the left out of play and even the rough on the right. Good tee shot here. I've seen people get home with as little as a 5-iron.
That's a good shot, right where you want to be, in the fairway here at number 2.
Second shot. Could have been a lot worse. That didn't finish up too bad.
No, just on the fringe, so he'll still have an opportunity to knock this one in. So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
His momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
That drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. Frank, a nice mix of holes to start. So here we go with a par 3 at the third.
Very narrow at the front of the screen, and that bunker too. You don't actually see it off the tee, the back left bunker, and it sneaks into that left side. So if that flag is on the left, just be careful.
That will be a great look at birdie. These putts keep the round together.
Oh, that was nasty.
That's an outrage right there. I mean, if there's a high commission of golfdom, we need to consult them right now, because it's just simply not fair, Frank. It's not.
I think the people above are frowning on the people below.
So much focus here, Frank, on 16, 17, and 18. Number 4 is a hole that gets overlooked, but it's a fun one.
Yeah, the second shot here is more daunting, especially when that flag's on the left. So you really do start looking at that blue stuff, water.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. So So, Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
Frank, how about this par 4 fifth?
I lost count the number of bunkers here, off the tee and sort of in play with the second shot if you're in trouble, or even the one that's sort of left and long. Really good par 4, though. Fairway somehow has to be achieved if you want to reduce this par 4 to just a simple two-shotter.
This shot, a full 200 yards. Frank, as we watch the Web.com Tour Finals, anyone in particular you think could be a breakout star from this group, someone along the lines of a Keegan Bradley?
Well, the golfer I'm watching right now, really, Rich, is considered a prodigy at the age of 2, and a lot of people in the golf world have just been waiting for this player to come out, and I'm being one of those. Very impressed. The golf swing is excellent, touch, but even the competitive skill.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just a couple of feet. In for par. Frank, this isn't a hole that sort of jumps out at you the way, say, 17 does.
Yeah, a lot of times people will just sort of gloss over it, but anytime you get a par 4 into 400 yards, it's a great opportunity. But once again, a positional hole. Take advantage of it.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.